Hi, my name's Ben. I work for the Game House, and today we're going to be looking at 5 potential destinations for Lamar Jackson. Now, I've already talked about in a different video what the non-exclusive franchise tag means for Lamar, so another team will have the opportunity to offer him a long-term contract, which the Ravens may not be able or may not want to sign, may not want to match. But first, we have to talk about the obvious. Probably the most likely is he'll stay put with the Baltimore Ravens, and I think that's because the another team may not be willing to give Jackson the kind of guaranteed money that he's looking for. The Ravens are sort of gambling that no other team will offer him what he wants and he'll come back and play for them on a long-term deal that's negotiated down on that guaranteed money. Um, could could this it may not be the case, as another team may show that they want Jackson a little bit more, but realistically, Jackson may end up signing back in Baltimore for a little less than he wants. Then the next team is the Washington Commanders, and they have over $15 million in cap space, which they would have to clear more to sign Jackson, but they're already in a good spot. They have Terry McLaurin, they have a good running back in Brian Robinson. This is a team without an identity, and grabbing someone like Jackson, who adds multiple facets to the offense, could go a long way in propelling them forward in the NFC East, which has been getting tougher but is still winnable for a team with a good quarterback. Third, we have the New York Jets. So the New York Jets are in on Aaron Rodgers at the moment. It looks like he may go there, but things could deteriorate very quickly as there are only two teams in on Rodgers, the Packers and the Jets. And what the Packers may want in return for Rodgers may be a little bit too rich for the Jets' blood. So the Jets definitely have the cap space to give up on the non-exclusive franchise tag. That's like I said, it's 2 first-round picks in a row, and they'll have to manipulate the cap to afford Jackson. But again, this team is one quarterback away from at least an AFC championship run. They have a great offense. They have an offensive line that's in flux, but Jackson helps with that with his movement ability, and they have a great defense. So this is a long-term solution because, again, to sign Jackson, they will have to sign him to a long-term deal. And Zach Wilson doesn't seem like he's the guy, and this team needs some direction. Jackson could change that quickly. The Carolina Panthers are a team with a new head coach, and they are also in need of a quarterback. Frank Reich is seen as a quarterback guru within the league, although he's never worked with a running quarterback quite like Lamar Jackson, mostly because nobody has. They do have the cap space to get it done, and it looks like at this point they'll have to trade up to get a quarterback in the NFL in the 2023 NFL draft. That could all go away if they're willing to sign Jackson to a long-term deal. Also, Jackson would be going to a weak division, a very winnable division. He would far and away be the best quarterback in that division right away. So it makes a lot of sense for them to move some things around to sign Jackson long-term. And then finally, the Tennessee Titans. Now, it seems like the Titans are going to stick with Ryan Tannehill, but he is probably on his last legs as far as his starting NFL career goes, and the Titans still have a window open. It's small, but Jackson could help it. But Jackson could help them pry it open a little bit more. All the Titans would have to do really to afford Lamar Jackson is to cut Ryan Tannehill. If you pair Jackson with a bruising running back like Derrick Henry, that opens up a run game the likes of which we may have never seen. Jackson with his speed and Derrick Henry with his ability to run over any single person on the field. They'd have to trade up to get a quarterback in this draft, and we don't know if Malik Willis is the real deal, but either way, if they want to control Malik Willis for a few more years and then help him learn behind Jackson, and maybe get off of a long-term contract a few years down the road, that could be something that they'd want to do. Although, if the Titans do try and sign him to a long-term deal, Malik Willis could also be traded for some draft picks because he's a bit of an unknown. So they could recoup some draft capital there. But those are just 5 potential destinations for Lamar Jackson. I'd love to know where you think he's going to go, and thanks for watching.